I'm appreciative of the opportunity to present SB 462, which creates a yearly $20 million appropriation to fund agricultural conservation easements on crop-producing land. Most think of Senate District 15 in Silicon Valley, most with possible accession of Senator Laird as a committee member, as Silicon Valley. But San Jose and its surrounding area not only had plenty of agricultural land before it was developed, but even now there's a significant amount of farmland surrounding the densely populated Bay Area. And I know that because I grew up in that environment. I grew up farming in the region, as has my family for generations. While a member of the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors, I helped chair the Ag Preservation Task Force there to try to protect 12,000 acres just in my own county, which is emblematic of what we see in many other counties with an urban core, and still many farms and many farm workers working around the perimeter of that urban core. Senators from the Bay Area and Los Angeles are all too familiar with the proliferation of low-density development that creeps further and further into California's open space. We need to be more responsible with urban growth and sprawl, particularly when it comes at the cost of California's iconic and historic farmland. As one of the biggest agricultural producers in the world, we have an obligation not only to Californians, but also to the rest of the world that California feeds. The California Farmland Conservancy Program, sometimes known as CFCP, is a program that funds the permanent preservation of California's agricultural lands. As of January 2024, it's been funded just under $90 million over all time, over the entire life of the program. SB 462 establishes a $20 million yearly appropriation to the CFCP. In just 5 years, this bill's historic allocation will surpass the program's decades of funding. I've submitted a budget request in support of this bill, and that's been supported by Senators Hurtado, Laird, and McNerney. I'd also like to thank Senator Laird for agreeing to become a principal co-author of this bill and acknowledge his tremendous work earlier in his career, if I can say that, to establish the base program that we're talking about here. This bill is co-sponsored by the Santa Clara Valley Open Space Authority, the Santa Cruz Land Trust. It's also supported from the Sonoma County Agricultural Preservation and Open Space District. I should mention Sonoma has been a model of doing this kind of conservation work. The California Agricultural Commissioners and Sealers Association, the County of Santa Clara, the California Association of Wine Grape Growers, and the California Farm Bureau. With us today to speak in support of the bill, we have Mark Landgraf with the Santa Clara Valley Open Space Authority and Amy Ricard with the Sonoma County Agricultural Preservation and Open Space District. And at the appropriate time, I'd respectfully ask for your aye vote. Thank you.